There we go. Hey everyone, I'm back with Danganronpa. Gonna be carrying on, finding out who that masked woman who decided to explode was. Yes, we've got a bit of a trial going on. Simple Rock, how's it going? That was a interesting thing about barrel rolls. You noticed it? Hanging out my ass. Yeah, I expected from last night, but it sounded like it was good. Do you like my new command? I thought it would be good for Sea Thieves. I got you out of dirt. It's got a 60-second cooldown, I think. 2-minute cooldown. Couldn't really hear it. That might be because of this scene. This scene's like stuff's a bit quieter. We'll try it on this one. When we go live, which we'll do now. I always forget to swap my thing out every time. I think like I swear it's like taking off a plane. There's so many like pre-checks I need to do, and I always forget to change the scene. Right. So yeah, here we go. This. Yeah. So we carried on a little bit, and we found this room where they. Oh my god! I forgot about all this. Oh my god. So we're in like a television room, and then Monokuma pops up and says that we're basically on a reality TV show. Which, if that's true, I don't know how true that is. I can't believe it's that true, but it might be. And then we were forced to do a trial about the explodey woman, who could be Kyoko, but I'm really hoping it's not, and I'm expecting it's not, because the person in the mask did attack us before. But it could be someone swapped them out. Oh, if it's some twin thing, I'm gonna rage. But yeah. So, checking out the file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They also had been stuck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pole. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Doing the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim was. A little bit roasted. Could really be Kyoko. Or somebody else. So we have to investigate. No matter what we do, I have to find out or we're all dead. We need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. What's with the music? Right, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. So, we've got a knife. The knife that was struck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion was to have thrown it over her. That could have been lucky, that could have hit somebody. Went through the body from front to back. Does that mean it was caused a fatal injury? Either way, this knife is the one that was in my room. Yes, because this happened the night before. It's the knife the person was holding. This is getting weird. There was just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask that attacked me last night, they were holding the knife. And so that same knife stabbed the same masked attacker. So maybe the masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And then, oh yeah, I was like, what's it called when you have the sleep thing where you can't move? Sleep paralysis. And then Kyoko appeared, in my mind at least. And Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene. What's with the music? Fragments of something? Looks like a door. Was it there? Am I meant to remember? I'll check the body more thoroughly, and maybe not. I'll find out if Kyoko is not. So the fingernails are long. See, this looks like Celeste. There's a tattoo. Picture of a dog. What? It looks like a sun or a police symbol? It does look like a police symbol. Jacket was completely burnt up. Lower half of the body didn't get wet. After the body blew up, the top half set on fire, so I think to put a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? It would mean, if it's not wet, that the time frame was after the sprinklers. Because I got the fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw on the water, the part of the fire, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. Right? Okay. Step away from the body. Alright, what you gotta say? Listen, do you remember how the body looked before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing a mask and a coat. There was a knife sticking out of it and it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Okura said not to touch it to avoid getting it all bloody. But how much blood there was on the body? I don't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. I wanted to talk about it like that. Help me remember it too. Thank you. Who does the body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not going to look. I don't want to faint. Okay, cool. Thanks for your help. Good timing. I wanted to talk. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi.
In other words...
Brett, I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that, and what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? The murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I thought he would be here. And I could confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms together. And at that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone, so we went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibi are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Oh. Also, we went to get Hina and Toko. We stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So where were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be quite at the disadvantage here. The only one without an alibi. That's really bad. It's 11 o'clock.
For serious?
Well, I was thinking about when we first found the body. To look back what I did this morning and help me remember where that was. Monokuma woke me up at 7 and I headed for the dining hall. I got there, met up with Hina, and that was at 7:30. Then we went to the gym. Next to Toko, we went to get a pickaxe, and then she found the body. Now then, what time is it? Well, we left the gym, so it's just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot. That's right. That's been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Well, that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we're safe for sure the body was found at 9 AM. My job's done. That's a pretty small job. I was about to say that. I was like, that's a rubbish job. What we got in here? Oh, hello, a tarp. Ooh, that would be why the blood, it was moved here. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is clean and dry. So it could have been done last night. The tarp chucked on top and then removed. Rock, you there? Do you want to try dirt again? See if it's loud enough for you. I can always give it a tweak. Monitor's Monokuma opponent seems pretty useless when he's not on it. Actually, no. Love it. Totally useless no matter what. Perfect. Yeah, I think it was just in this scene the levels are set a bit lower. It shouldn't be. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much difference, but who knows. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're 7:30 every morning, and it can't be changed. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, it should have gotten wet. Which would mean the murder had taken place. No. Because there was a tarp. Remember, there were some chickens in the coop. I count 4 chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, weren't there 5 chickens?
Yo!
What's going on? I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? There were 5.
Huh?
Well, what's wrong? There's only 4 now. We're 1 short. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But...
I was down here just before night time and there were 5 chickens. What are we going to do? Going from 5 to 4 is going to have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem. Which one of the chickens... Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related? Interesting. Right. I'm not done. There are other areas I need to check. The fragment. Where was this fragment? Where is this somewhere? Is the corpse really Kyoko? No, because the tattoo and the nails. Was it also Kyoko who attacked me last night? I don't think it was. If I can find out more about her, I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe I can get into her room.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Except making her wander around at night.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. Ah, he's got the key. Bakura? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're a prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I had to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda. Find me later.
Goodbye.
What a prick. Depending on my mood, I may go with you or I may not. Okay then, in the meantime, I should look somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Where do I need to go? I actually have no idea. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be one of these rooms. Could be one of the classrooms. Oh, this is locked, isn't it? It's locked. This is the murder classroom. Where the rage virus went. everywhere. Rim. Who decided just to leave that? I know they closed the school, but surely you don't just leave a room like that. Like a biohazard. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. This picture of him getting stomped. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Bum, bum, bum. Right, there's nothing. Okay, so we're gonna go downstairs. I don't know where that fragment is from. I know it's trying to be like cryptic, but I actually have no clue. A laboratory. No. Oh, everything's back to normal. Just like with Sekiro and Taka, Monokuma's responsible. I have no idea where that fragment's from. Looks like a frame. Like a picture frame. Well, that doesn't whittle it down to anywhere. The door's been fixed. Nothing here. Ooh, the only thing I can think of is the secret toilet door. Which is another floor down? Yeah. Art room. What's this one? Rec room. Door's been cleaned. At least. Everything's back to normal, just like before. I like also he's set up a unfinished game of pool. Right, I'm thinking, is it this one? Secret room. No, can't go to the secret room. I actually don't know. Something in the dorms, maybe? We'll have a look. We'll have a look at the thing. Truth bullets. It's definitely a picture frame. Like it's a corner of a picture frame mold. Red door, red door. There's still somewhere I need to check. Yeah, but where? Here. Right, let's have a think. Red door, red picture frame. I ain't got a clue. Hey Jaden, how's it going? I'm currently completely stuck at the moment. You right, Jaden, how's it going? I'm here to watch you solve murder mysteries. Well, it's a good thing you're here because that's exactly what we're doing. What have I found out? So currently, we've just investigated the body. It's the only thing we've done so far. Came for the murder, stayed for the vibes. Exactly. Yes, we've investigated the body, and I'm now trying to find out what this picture frame. It looks like a picture frame. It seems familiar, but it's not familiar to me. I ain't got a clue. Look at the map. Does the map tell you? Oh, what's that? That's garden. Exclamation mark. Oh, okay, gym. I did not know that. Get almost near the end of the game until I found out that. Thank you for that, else I went past the gym. I was definitely like, it's not going to be in the gym. Why would it be in the gym? Thank you very much for that, else that would have just been hilarious. Okay. It's not a red picture. What to do with this? I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh!
Huh?
Right. It wasn't a bit of a pitch frame, it was a bit of the casing for the bomb.
What?
The bomb was missing, there's no doubt. The fragments in the garden were bomb. That looks nothing like a bomb. I mean, you've got no sense of scale, admittedly. But I was thinking like a picture frame or something. Right. Let's go see if Bakura's going to play ball. Or is he just going to be a dick? Plating is the same. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Go! It could be removed. Yeah, good fair point. Well, like underneath the body? Yeah, maybe.
Let's go.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Let's go. He walked off without a glance. I hurried after him. Right, there's no point being a dick about it. Right, which one's her room? These pictures are quite hard to follow. Oh, there. Here we go. Kura took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then it's open. Let's have a look. What have we got in here? So this is her room. Well, straight away, let's read her book. There's something on the table. A wood block decoration.
What?
What was that? Purposes of? I think it's a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Oh. I mean, I never have, but not because I'm a snobby. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Bakura doing something like that.
It's certainly
If it is a key, I might know what it unlocks. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo. Okay. Well, we've always got to check the toilet. Might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look. Fifth. Got yourself a man. Bed. Oh. Alright. Well, you won't let me look at the door. What else am I looking at? Oh, speaking to you. Of course.
What?
So what's it you look for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take the time out of my search to come here? Sorry, regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction. We've already found the key. Hug to Jaden. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, she gave me something. Ooh.
It's true.
Only open it if something happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Hydrate. Cheers. Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has
Interesting.
seriously happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? I'm going to take a wild guess. Like, push the boat out and check the bed. I have a strange request. Go for it, Jaden. Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Her student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
Oh, this is the 16th student. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It's a key and beep. That's it. Can I have 1 extra point? My OCD triggered seeing the last number 9 instead of 0. Yeah. I need to know how. I need to remember how to do it, but I don't see why not. Let me go thing. There's got to be a way of. All right. Don't tell me my own rules. Dreams. I don't know how to give channel points. I'm going to work this out, so I've always wondered how you do this. How can you reward or refund channel points? There we go. Symbol Rock has a lot of points. Oh, these are the Steam Elements points that you can gamble. They're a different kind of points. Jaden's on about dreams that you use to do the like shots and hydrate. Okay, go to here. I can refund that way. Oh, you can't. I can't gift channel points, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do that. The suffering is real. It's alright. If you give it like 5 minutes, you'll get more. Yeah, the points that you've got, the Stream Elements points, they're the gamble ones. So you do stuff like slots. I only have 1 point because I don't get points. So if you look at the Stream Elements list, there you go. There's like slots, there's flip a coin, there's loads of different stuff. But that's all in the Stream Elements clue below. Must be blank. What do I stuff about? Okay, so the death without meaning was unappealing. That's what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. I made an effort to pull myself together, then look down at the sheet. I'll do one more, then back to writing. There might be a cooldown on it. I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you do like bet. You can bet on a contest. I think it proves I have an addiction. I just think there's a cooldown. Have a look. You have me, full of me intrigued. Chats. Where is slot? Oh, it's only a 10-second cooldown. You should be able to do it now. Wait, that is 10 seconds. Yeah, it's 10 seconds. It's not 10 minutes. But yeah, there's loads of like different stuff. Like you can bet against each other and different things. And then at the bottom of my page, there's a rankings that I think Simple Rick might be the leader of. Maybe Catherine. The Ultimate Soldier, Mukuro Kusaba. Ooh. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist, which could explain the tattoo, because it did look like a police badge or something. She was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Looks like you can only lose points. It's all a fix. There is other ones. There is other things you can do. Just before entering middle school, while her and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. Story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped. I guess dance aren't a thing. It should be. If they're like a basic thing, they are. There are some things that hook up with others, but I try to remove them, but I don't know if they're on the command sheet still. Which is a little annoying. Guards. Apparently I can't type. Oh yeah. They're not on my list, so yeah, unfortunately not. So there's stuff like there's bingo. There's bingo, there's duel, where you duel someone. Roulette. Slots. And then there's raffles, so like Simple Rick can do a raffle. I don't know what it does. I have to have a look at them. They should just be there, but I'm not 100% sure what they all are. So if I do like Simple Rock wants to duel you for 0 points. You can accept or deny. A raffle has begun for 1,000 points. It will end in 30 seconds. Type !join. There you go. Oh, 15 seconds. Oh, let's see who wins now. 7 seconds. Wait for it. Jaden won the points. Story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over media outlets. Wait, did she get kidnapped? Is that something we missed? She found writing for military magazine. I got Makato's look. Yeah. Rigged. You won the duel. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. Story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped took over their media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir and lost 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Okay, she's a bit of a weird one then. But like all of this wait. They're going to college school, so what? They're 16, 17? She was gone for 3 years. She was 13 and joined a military group. Before she was 13, she was writing for a military magazine. I'm going to throw this out there. Her parents should have probably stepped in at some point and been like, maybe we're going to take the guns off you and for a couple of years. This doesn't feel real. The world I grow up in is a completely different dimension. It's like non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's nowhere we can even compare the two. That's how different this is. That's how I saw things as an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it? Let's take the guns away from you, young lady. Yes, just go play Minecraft like a normal 13-year-old kid.
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. 13-year-old kid. But they do have their uses. They always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of the world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it.
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Oh, it's him. What have you got in your little hand?
What?
Did she come in when she mentioned you, mentioned a kid with a gun? Yeah. I got questioned about it. Uh-oh, you found her profile. So what if we did?
Hey.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But I can't forgive is Miss Okami, who broke the rules and busted that into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out of here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organisation and order. Which is why, even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Ooh. You're saying you have to follow your own rules?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in the game. I don't think I actually told you how many participants they actually were, did I? I was thinking, I should probably clarify that. What? We're near the end and now you say this.
Hey.
When you all first got together, there were 15 people. I think the first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding, are you saying?
In other words.
That's right. There weren't 15.
Yes, indeed.
There was 16. Yeah, we know that. We've worked out that.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
16th student, Mukuro Kusaba. I was thinking 14. But the game knows more than I do. She's part of school life. So the one making the regulations is...
Why?
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Because... I told you, this Kenny game is desperately popular. You won't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense? It can't be. You're lying about it being broadcast.
Well now.
Surely. That's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus. I want to get back at Sneaker Miss Kirigiri, who is going to share her little secret with you. Oh, so I'm going to share a secret.
Hey.
You know how she wears some stupid gloves? Oh, she does. Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars she doesn't want anyone to see. Okay. So it proves that the person who's dead isn't Kyoko. Because there's a tattoo, no, not scars. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, and that's why Kyoko wears gloves to hide them. Which means the fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
Such ignorance.
God must really have hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, which means Mokuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma is trying to tell us that Mokuro is the one creating the rules. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so we wouldn't get any complaints. But the mere fact he said that proves that Mukuro is connected. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related. No chiz. It's either Mukuro or you. Or me,
It's
should I say.
certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. Yeah. That would explain why we would have to have a class trial. If she's a student, she's killed someone. And that would make her part of the school killing game. Killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Kusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behaviour makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words...
Mukuro is giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So it's a trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. Ooh. No, Mukuro is the one who's died. Kyoko's the one who killed her. That's why. Oh, I don't want Mukuro to be darkened and kill. Oh, that'd be sad. Well, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on.
Let's go.
Dojo time. Oh, let's take this out. Oh yeah, the one's over there. Number 6. There are wooden lockers here. They use wooden block keys, just like the ones in traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key was found in Kyoko's room really does go into these lockers.
I see.
You see the locker furthest to the right.
Very strange.
The only one who doesn't have a key at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on the locker. God, I'm bright. Well, just try it. Okay. So here we go. And it opened. There are arrows. 10 arrows. They're all made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing. They're strong sticks. Something else. A wadded ball of duct tape. There's blood on it.
I see.
If it is, it means it surely be related to the case. The duct tape is related to the case? How could it possibly be involved? I'm the one answering this, and yet I'm like, I can't believe it. There's a clue where I thought there might be a clue. Something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. How did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Bakura?
Hmm.
Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. You mean the mercenary group? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? We're in this school. Where in this school would you go to do research?
The library.
That's right, the archive has all kinds of info the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
There's only so much time for... Sorry? We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir, something over here. That was an interesting one. I know, it came out of nowhere and I just couldn't stop it. Bakura seemed to know the archive by the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf at the back. Here we go. There's nothing worse than a warm baby bell. Ooh, yeah. Did you ever do the thing as a kid where you used the baby bell as blue tack? He quickly returned the file in hand. I want baby bells now. Oh. What you got for me?
I see.
Take a look. Symbol! Told you, the symbol! The symbol! Oh yeah, the wax on a baby bell is, if you heat it up, it turns to like blue tack. It's like really good. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever, I'll read it for you. I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. Why am I still looking at this, like, shocked when I can't read it? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. I made a wax ball, I'm a simpleton. Gotta get on the baby bell, like, multi-use. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok is their mere presence is enough to strike fear into the enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are very classified. However, some time ago, they ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing many state secrets they had acquired. Some, however, believe there was a mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded. I'll remember that for next time I need blue tack. Buy baby bell. Exactly.
What?
You could also turn it into a candle. It's wax. Maybe. This all sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it is. This isn't our reality. The only reality these people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mentioned it. Apparently you can actually make candles. Oh, sweet. The report said something about the name where Fenrir comes from, right? I wonder if they smell of cheese. Baby bells don't smell bad. They're like plastic cheese, aren't they? I don't know. That's right. They say Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting? I've just lost all ability to talk today. Interesting relating to that. To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir on their body. Like their hand. They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean? Mukuro Ikusuba's profile has been updated. Oh, wait. Stop.
Time is utterly
My main question is, why did this 16th student not have to attend the trial? Isn't it mandatory? Are you ready to lose? There will be no losses. This is gonna be 10 out of 10. Time is utterly silent, and yet constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena.
It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try and uncover the truth during the trial.
That's right.
Seem that way, let's go. So yeah, like, I thought you have to attend the trial. Isn't that like one of the rules? I'm guessing it's not. No. Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory. But there is the upstairs to the dormitory, which means that could be true. Do what you want. Not allowed. No. Yeah, there's nothing. Here we go. A class trial will begin shortly. Participation is mandatory. They've not been at any class trials. I want to complain. I want to put a complaint in. I never thought of that rule. Yeah, exactly. Like, it might be explained, but if they're right, if she's the one who's been writing these rules, and she's not been attending, like, where the heck are you two being? You just disappeared without a word. We're investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together, just the two of you? Oh, she's going to murder me.
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. You could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. Wouldn't she be participating through Monokuma? Yeah? I mean, if she's controlling Monokuma, that is. Like, if she has access to this, I mean, we don't know. Well, you might know, but I don't know. But that's the only way around it. But that is sketchy. It doesn't say you have to participate in person, I guess. Where was it? Number 7. Yeah, it doesn't say it has to be in person, just participation. Interesting. Oh, that's another point. Kyoko has to appear, right? 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he's dead again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Oh, he is. Or what? Ah! Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the one making me wait.
In other words...
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start until everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes. So it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment. Ooh. There's so many theories streaming through my mind. Yeah. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
Hey,
Called it. She not dead. I'm here and no rules have been broken. I know the truth and can only try to see how many circles I can spin in. Oh, 100%. If you could take me off the scent, like I'll be proud of you. Like when you made me befriend what's his name? The IT one. That was evil. It's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty, but officially, you'll be sorry for it later. Congratulations, the mastermind is weird just like you. Yay! No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be one step ahead of you. When he was gone, we all went to Kyoko. You really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. He's right. Now we've got to deal with the ghost. Oh my God. How has Hero lasted that long? Like, compared to other people, how has he lasted this long? Would you believe me if I told you that you're the mastermind watching this through Makoto? Oh my God. Did I write the rules? I wouldn't put it past a game like this.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Bakura stepped into the elevator. Wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when the trial's over. One after another, everyone went into the elevator. I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Give me a sec. What am I doing? Doing that. Sorry about this. Back to normal proceedings. See? Oh, yeah. No. Prepare yourself for the mind-blowing reveals in this trial. It's go. Like, we're getting to the end of chapter 5. There's only one more left. Maybe. I swear I read there was 6. Who knows? I'm ready to talk to Kyoko before I go into the elevator. Is your anus ready? Prepare your anus. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been? Used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. Fight for the truth. Okay.
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed this announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial. It took some time for me to get over to the crime scene. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. Okay.
just a second.
What are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after the trial, okay? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving,
It would seem...
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far. Well, yeah, because everyone's going to blame her.
Goodbye.
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. Right. Do we think she did it? I don't think she did. She's the kind of person who would probably be a little too honest. So, who could it be? Someone killed that person. It's one of us. Is it Bakura? Because they did not... I don't know. If there's another suicide situation, it'd be very annoying. Monokuma turns on her and killed her? This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure. Oh, it's coming again. What is going on? Ooh. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. There's only one blackened. Can you save all but the blackened? Yeah, there is only one blackened, isn't there? That's what I mean. I've got to work out who did it. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened. I mean, if I was Monokuma, I would make the elevator just go, like, excruciatingly slow. I'm surprised there isn't even, like, elevator music. It would just really annoy people. Just like, do, 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 do. Better the Wii holding music or something. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. No one's... Oh my...
I can't wait!
God!
I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. It feels like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills,
Let's get on with the show.
chills,
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Do you want to save? Yes, please. Right, skills. Increases the influence gauge. Increases time limit for phases. We'll keep that. Steadies my aim. Nah, I think that's pretty good. Like, increases damage to the opponent when statement is destroyed. Effective. I might get rid of that one. I think that might be the one to get rid of. If there's only one blackened, can you save all but the blackened? Oh wait, let's have a better one. We can chuck. Alright, mates. Someone ended up killing up another. Figure out who did it and you survive. Blah, blah, blah. You know this shit already. Let's get started. I'm bored as hell. Yeah, I think the influence gauge is better than doing more damage with the song thing. I'm really bad at the song thing, but I don't feel that that's gonna help. You did it perfectly. Good. Right, let's do it.
Let's begin with a
This
basic
room is
explanation of the class trial.
horrible.
So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
This room is is a fantasy when you're high. Dude.
Well then,
I can taste the
specifics of
walls.
victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Oh my god, Hero. Like, seriously? Like, talking about dead weight. Has he actually done anything during this whole game?
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Didn't work. Deleting Hero didn't work. Ghost technology, what the hell?
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Ha!
then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Traits.
Her traits?
Bakihiro is me. One important trait Kyoto proves that body doesn't belong to her is the gloves.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm just gonna have this every time he speaks, I think. Every time he speaks.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There is no way the corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're going to be stuck here, and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to do this pointless class trial. Tattoo, I'm going to assume.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Oh my god, look how much life I have now.
Okay,
Oh.
then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
He's right. How can I prove it?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not
Is
a
this just a
ghost.
circular argument?
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Ah, I didn't mean to do
They
that.
got
Oh.
burnt up in the explosion.
Oh wait, wrong one.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, because that corpse is absolute.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko.
Right.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
I think this might just be a circular argument.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No.
Shoot.
Good thing I have extra life.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body
They got burnt up.
Then
So the only thing I can think of is...
Must have been wearing gloves.
Ah!
That corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
Oh! The fake
This
nails
entire
wouldn't
discussion
work if
is
she was wearing
idiotic.
gloves. Hey, Profraxel! How's it going, man?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Trial. Exactly. We just started it.
The dead body wasn't wearing
Nope.
gloves.
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Break!
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
It's going well, just been working on some stuff. Oh, sweet. Good to hear. Glad you're doing well.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
I've been the same. I've been organising my new office. And my plan is to get another computer when I can afford it. So it's like, it'll be a little bit off, but my plan is to get another computer and put it in the office. I would move this one, but this one, essentially I can't be bothered. It just works where it is. But I'm going to make another one with a higher spec for streaming. And it'll be in the office, and behind me there's going to be like, it's going to be like really generic. So like you're going to have like the LED lights, or I have like a big collection of like anime figures and other collectibles. and they're going to be like behind me and things. It's going to be cool.
These gloves were custom made to the size
I've been
of my
working on that.
hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
They were custom made. Sounds really cool. Yeah, it should be. The room will be done, but being able to stream from there is going to be probably another month. I just need to get the money together, essentially. It might be another month or so. But when it's there, it's sweet.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Oh shit, we already on the class trial. Yeah, the investigation was quite quick. Well, I hope you're right, Welk. Thanks for stopping by. Right. Here we go.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
Gotta figure kill Kyoko.
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Okay. I think that's what I'm gonna hit about the tattoo.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Kyoko's still alive. She has legs and shit. Exactly.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so.
The
face was scorched beyond recognition.
Shoot!
What if Kyoko killed her stunt double? Oh yeah, I'm imagining
Kyoko
some
really
twin
is
nonsense
still
to
alive.
appear or something.
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond... And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
It's this one.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Twins sound like a stupid idea. Yeah, but it's always a thing.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
I mean, we haven't got twins, but we do have split personality.
What? For
It's
real?
never twins.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring
Unless
out who
it's
it was
unless shown, I won't believe it.
is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh my god.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Monokuma is being controlled by the paraplegic psychic who's just off camera. If you compare the tattoo to the other information, the victim's identity is... that one.
I got it!
Keeps on rambling about
The
snails or
Fenrir
something.
Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Yeah, if it's another VLR twist. No, it's not VLR, is it? It's it wasn't VLR, it was the other one. How can I not remember the name of it? Zero Escape. Nope, Zero Escape's serious. Time Dilemma, that's the one. I was like, I can't remember the name of the third game. The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. It's the name of the military group.
Okay,
Saba.
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... What's going on now? Hangman's Gambit. Oh. Wolf. O-L... Oh, I was trying to do it like F. I can do this one. I can spell this one.
Now I understand.
Spelling! They're talking about me.
The representation of Fenrir is
Yeah.
a wolf.
Wait, are you a crazy mercenary group?
Fenrir, the
The
wolf
leader of-
Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child
Wait,
of the
I didn't
trickster
kill her.
god Loki. And the
Pretty
female
sus.
giant.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki and the female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
These
So it
tubes.
must have been Mukuro.
What?
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
Fucked up, dude. Everyone knows it was you.
No.
Confirmed
It means
blackened.
We were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Not much of a soldier, if you ask me. Like, she's meant to be that good.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all
That
future
face shake.
parental chatter and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
What if it is your family?
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
It's official. The Togumi family is behind this.
Hammer that point straight into your big old brain.
It's from to being the way Bakura is, like, I wouldn't be surprised if his family's doing it to either get rid of him or he's done it and somehow made himself forget just for a bit of fun.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
That's a plot twist to watch.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what they know, there can only be two suspects. Me and Kyoko.
My God! You've narrowed it down to
I'm so glad I have more health.
Kyoko and me.
I'm so glad I
right?
did that.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
Theory. Very loose theory. What if it actually turns out it's Toko because the person wasn't dead until Toko caused the bomb to explode? I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Whoa.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
9 o'clock.
I got it!
That's a
The
good
body
point.
must have been discovered at 9 a.m. Since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Toko. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, we left the gym just for 9, so probably 9 on the dot. Okay, let's go get the pickaxe and be here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit. So I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Oh, okay. But the sprinklers go off at 7:30. Right, this one's easy. This is just going to be about the sprinkler. Sprinklers. Oh, there is that tarp.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I'm guessing it's the 10 o'clock at
Makoto
night.
doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any
Objections, now would be the time.
Yeah, I've got no objection. Ready for this.
we've established a time frame
For the murder.
It took place somewhere between 10 and...
No, that's wrong.
Break!
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Only the top half.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
What? Where did that come from? The mouth down south. Where did that? Like... The thing is, the whole point that area isn't.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What?
Man, you're totally wacko.
For once, he makes a good point during this whole thing.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove it wasn't the sprinklers. Right, the evidence. This is easy enough. Oh, wait,
I
what?
admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me?
Ah, it's all going wrong!
Nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing.
Oh yeah, spacebar.
That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Oh, thanks for the spacebar.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
That one. No, I messed it up.
No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing.
Wrong one. Body before the explosion. I
How can
panicked.
you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
That one.
This should prove it.
Oh. It's a good thing I had all that extra health, wasn't it? I've lost it now, but jeez.
Just remember
If
what
you
the
didn't say
body
press
was like
spacebar, that
after
would've
the
been it.
explosion.
Always
And you'll
forget
see why
spacebar.
it wasn't the sprinklers.
It's
The
that
top
negative
half of the
one.
body
I
was
just
wet,
can't
yes,
follow.
but the bottom half was completely dry.
You okay? I said crash. Got a crash from it.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry?
I don't know what happened.
Maniac! I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because...
Reminder, it's
while
combat
the body
roll.
was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Face shake.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Because the only one without an alibi, which should mean Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. If I can murder someone, that's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
What?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Say it, Kyoko, will lead to something interesting. Say it was Kyoko, it'll lead to something interesting. Okay.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason.
Alright,
to
I'll
kill
do
her.
that, yeah.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Top.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain
Wait,
something
there's still
to
the missing
keep it from
chicken.
getting
What's that got to
wet.
do with anything? So something that's seen, it would be the tarp.
I got it!
Got it!
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
I guess the decision comes later. Yeah, not
In
yet. I think
fact,
it's still early days.
that's
But
exactly what the
when it
killer
comes
did.
along, I'll do that.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
Or to keep the bomb dry.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would you want me to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. Tarp. It was used in the way Kyoko said. Tarp must have touched the body, right? There's no blood. Ooh.
Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm the killer. I have to refute what they said. So, blood. Knife at the crime scene, body after the explosion. The analysis, maybe?
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Pew! No, I didn't mean to do that! Ah!
By covering the body with the tarp,
The killer prevents.
So the reason
Let me just check the...
is because the sprinkler got that side.
that one. Does it mention the blood? No, that doesn't actually say anything about the blood. The knife. The body before the explosion. Body before the explosion.
But the underside
There
of
we
the
go.
tarp, it was totally spotless,
Gonna check
right?
that.
It's because that side was protected from. Since it was facing down. Of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
Nailed it.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Blood was camouflage.
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
This is a weird
I
thought.
know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The chicken! No! No!
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
This is the saddest moment of the whole game.
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5
At least they can
chickens.
have some chicken later.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
I mean, they didn't move during that whole time by the look of it.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Correct.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no.
It was
The head was
backwards.
through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
The suspicion is back on me. Why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Because she knows I'll solve it, I'm assuming.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Wait. He said something stupid. Alright, let's continue. Damn it, hero.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
He don't know.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Doing that every time Hero opens his mouth must be tiring. We've started it on this trial because he started the trial so badly.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Is everyone going to remember the one that Makoto? It's the one that Makoto has. What do we do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Never claim the living is dead.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. Though maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Pretty sus.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove I did not murder anyone. I am not the killer. What we got? Fragments, when the body was found, before, after, and discard.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Whoa. Okay. That was quite difficult.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before,
That seals it. Just because I had them, that automatically, well...
getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no
Right,
question.
that's what we need to check. Dead before the blast, they've been stabbed a single time. They'd also been struck in the head with a pole. So that's the Monokuma file. Blood around the room. Blood was wet. There's no blood around the body.
You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Stab, stab, stab.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
I don't actually
The knife we
know.
found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had that automatic, well...
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No. I have no idea either, Hero. So
The
getting
knife we
stabbed
found
or the
lodged in
knife we
dead
gave.
body.
This
It's
is all
the
I've
same
got.
one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then That seals it! Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once? That automatic?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
So I'm thinking maybe getting stabbed. I'm just gonna try the opposite way around. I've got no idea on this
lodged
one.
in the dead body.
Like,
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
I know my argument, but I don't have any prompts.
Shoot!
So it is something we have. Right. Body before the explosion. I'm just gonna check with these, see if there's a clue. Right. Knife had been thrust. To the abdomen, there were bloodstains. Exploded body analysis.
It's the same one we...
Fragments near. Fire. Nope, it's definitely not that one. The bomb. That's not relevant to this. When it was found. Could it be when it was found?
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid
When
of
the
that.
body was found.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once?
Oh, wait.
That automatically
Disguised dead
makes me
body.
the killer?
Because why would I leave the knife in the body?
So there's no question.
You took that knife.
It's gotta be it, hasn't it?
The knife we found lodged.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
What?
Shoot!
I thought that
The
was...
knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It
Body
really
before the
is, isn't it?
explosion.
I was afraid of that.
If he did have that, that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic?
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Ask me down. I don't know.
Shoot!
Oh, I'm being blamed. I'm dead now. Failed. No one believes me. And... me dead. Too bad. Looks like the killer gets scratched away. Could you imagine if I did this and it was like, well, Makoto is the killer? And you're just like, wait, what? Yeah, let's have another shot, please.
I refuse to give up yet.
Ooh, the health. Tasty, tasty health. Right, this one is really difficult. Right. It's not the disguised dead body, which I thought it would be. The body before the explosion, no. Nothing to do with it being exploded.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then
Ah, this is difficult. It had to be extinguished. It was soaking. That's just going on about it being white. Nothing there. Fragments near the body. That's the bomb. Actually, that's a point. With it being the bomb there, maybe this is me leading it towards talking about the bomb.
Just because I had the knife once? That automatic?
Well,
getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
I'm gonna try it on the other one. It's the only thing I can think of. Like, it would make sense leading the conversation there.
Gave to Makoto.
Oh, I missed it.
It really is, isn't it? I was.
if he did have that, that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic?
Well, so there's no. You took that knife.
Stab.
Horrible man you are, Makoto. The
That's
knife
really
we
mean.
found-
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
No. Disguised body on hero? I did that. That's what I thought it was, but it wasn't.
It's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it. Just because I had that automatic, well,
Getting stabbed is what kills.
no, that's wrong.
I did that! I 100% did that. Maybe.
Wait, hold on.
Probably
The
didn't.
stab wound
I
isn't
thought I
what
did.
killed
I must have done it
Mukuro.
on the other one. I think it rolled on you. Ah, okay. It's good you said that, else I would have been going in circles. Like I was like, surely it's that.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Because yeah, why would I leave the knife there?
Guys, we never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Monokuma file.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Hero, dude. Just why?
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
we want the Fs. You guys can do it. It's exclamation mark Capagen.
Damaged the body,
Yeah.
making it
But I think we'll have a
impossible to know
belated
what
one for
really
Hero.
killed her.
That guy. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really
It
killed
was
her.
all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just
Now
blow
we
up all of a
mention it.
sudden like-
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Yeah, you get it, Pina.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation. It is... Do I just talk about the fragments?
I got it!
Yeah.
After the explosion,
Right,
we
right.
found a tiny
It kind of made me
fragment
laugh
something on
enough
the
that he
ground
doesn't
near
get an
the
F
body, right?
this time.
That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Me to determine what ultimately killed the victim. Concentrate! We're back here. Before the explosion, Monokuma file and exploded body. Okay.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Monokuma file would counter that.
She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go.
According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate?
The bodies could have been dead for a couple of days.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her
Okay,
for sure.
fatal injury
And it
and
wasn't me. Then there's only one.
Oh yeah.
dead blunt object.
That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that
Showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than
this was
that,
quite
the
obvious.
victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then shall we continue
The debate? The victim.
victim's fatal injury has
yet.
No, that's wrong.
Got it.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
I'll explain why she also actually got hit if she's like some older soldier.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
The aerial in the TV station.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
Hero.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that,
Just
they'd
fail.
Their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
What a stupid way.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I thought the split personality was maybe polar opposite. That's getting a little close.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
The chicken.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Why is she drooling?
So
Weird.
what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Chicken. We're trying to work out what killed the person. It's got to be the chicken. Chicken, 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 chicken. He's so appalled he can't even talk. I don't think that's it. So it's not the Mukuro. What was it? The sprinklers. Am I meant to actually know what this was? The arrows? Arrows.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her.
Grab an arrow and hit it. That is not how you use arrows.
And that something was the
Yoko's account
titanium
killed her.
arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
and the wrong way to use an arrow.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
She will shake her face at you.
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I wish as humans we had the ability to do this. When you're angry, just be like... Kyokuas are so blunt. They leave a mark without even touching them. Killed by words. Don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about the weapon. One more secret. There is. The duct tape. I would assume?
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt.
That's how you kill others with kindness.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master.
Oh, I missed.
You have no right!
Thanks for your input there, Toko. Like, I'm really glad you're wasting time.
I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal. It seems like an arrow would just...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
The bow?
Weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
There you go, learn some things. I haven't heard of Aesop's fables in ages.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Were you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Bakura had the key. He could have planted it on them. Toko would also have done something with the bomb. Because he told her to. And that's how the bomb got there. Oh, boy.
What's the matter?
I mean, Bakura, I think I might have solved it.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
Because also, he refused to go to Kyoko's pad. And for a bit, he made me go off and do other stuff. There was nothing stopping him during that time to plant the key.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have the evidence. So we're on about the key. Mate, I am on to you. I am. Oh, he's going down.
I got it. The one thing that proves
He's playing the
Kyoko
everyone
was in
will
the dojo
die
is
to. Yeah.
right here. The
Try and play
key
on
to
Gil.
the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
I hope he dies by like just getting money thrown at him, like
Because
pennies.
I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle.
Is it though?
Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just...
You did it!
There's one more thing I need to ask her.
That's the same as in chapter 2. Yeah, where he moves some stuff around for the fun of it.
Chiyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? She wanted to do it with him, don't lie. she came here because her southern mouth was wet. Oh god. That just makes me cringe. She killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
Now it's time.
I should know.
Curry should know better than anyone. He's even trying to push for a vote. Yeah, as soon as we vote, he's going down. She'll go down first, then we'll go home. Akira's account.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
What was his account? Let me just check. There were no corpses in the garden. Okay.
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you
Oh, it's the key.
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's the phrase.
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Oh, it might be that one.
Could I really have done that?
Do I go for him or her?
Those words you just...
Exactly.
I'm just gonna go for
I'm
both.
not
Let's
the
go
you
for
should
his
understand.
first.
Master would never hide.
There's proof.
that you aren't the culprit.
No, it's the other way around.
Shoot!
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not the you should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid the
And then left
The locker key in
Pew!
my own room.
What?
Correct?
shoot!
I was so confident.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly.
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than
Byakuya, Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof.
That you aren't the culprit.
Maybe this?
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of and then left
The locker key in my own room. Correct?
I was so confident. Now I don't know.
Shoot!
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
exactly what I said.
Let me check his account again. Bakura stated that there was no corpse until night time. It can be assumed the murder has taken place after that. Oh, his account with the thing. Okay.
I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the... Is that what...
Maybe
You
that one.
stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence of my and then left.
The locker key in my own room.
Ah!
shoot!
I'm gonna try it on his statement. It's gotta be
Those
that.
words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Right.
shoot!
Those words you just
I
spoke.
was so
What do you
so
mean?
confident. When was the body found? Maybe it's as
Exactly what I
simple as
I'm not the killer.
that. No. Maybe not the killer
Those words you
and
just spoke.
the wood block?
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
No. Right, I'm choking this. What?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly.
I'm not the killer.
We're getting to try every combination mode now.
You should understand.
Like, not the killer.
There's proof that you aren't. Is that what
That's...
you're?
You stated that you said I hid
The evidence and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct.
Ah, just let me say what I want to say.
Shoot.
I have the answer, but I don't know how to tell people.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
No. And that's it, dead. We'll just ignore this happened.
I refuse to give up yet.
I refuse to give up yet. Right, I need to think this through. It's just not working. I know it's not working. I can't. It's the wood block key in being in her room.
Those words you just spoke.
Like,
what do you mean?
That's it.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
I'm not saying you are
You
the
should
killer.
understand that more.
Byakuya. Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct?
Well, it can't be in the room.
Shoot.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
I'm gonna just.
Exactly what
I'm
I
gonna
said.
try
I'm
it
not
all
the
again
killer.
because,
You should understand.
as we've learned,
Master would never.
There's proof.
That you aren't the culprit.
so it's not that.
Shoot.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not
The killer.
Right. That's all the phrases. Nothing happened. Okay.
Those
So
words you just
the
spoke.
next one I can think
What
of
do you
is
mean?
his account to do
Exactly
when it
what I
happened.
said.
So they mention
I'm
the
not the killer.
locker.
You
Definitely
should
not that, 'cause
understand
that's
that
what
more
killed
than
me last
anyone here.
Byakuya.
Master would never hide something.
There's proof.
That you
Proof is your account.
Shoot.
Those words you just.
Exactly. I'm not the. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you. Is that what you're?
You stated a. You said I hid and then left.
The locker key in my own room. Correct?
Ah!
Shoot.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
When the body was found.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You
This
should
is the only one I
understand more
haven't
than
really
anyone
played
here.
with.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
When the body
Is
was
that what you're saying?
when the body was found
You stated a theory earlier.
and the key being in her
You
room,
said I hid
that
the evidence
that will
of my
prompt
crime
that
in
can
the
prompt
dojo
it.
locker, and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct?
Shoot.
I'm gonna try the proof statement.
Those words you just.
Exactly. I'm not the. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof.
That you
There is proof. Please, someone listen to me.
Shoot.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what
I'm not.
the killer.
You gotta remember one of them statements. I've done every combination of statements. I swear.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Master, would you...
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated it. You said I hid and then...
Left the locker key in my own room, correct?
All three statements against one another. I swear I have, but I may be wrong. That's why I'm going through everything again.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
It seems to
not
happen.
The killer.
Right, I'm gonna try
Master, would you never...
There's proof
the
that you
proof.
are the culprit.
Is that what you're...
You stated it. You said I hid and then...
Because there's your proof, right there.
Room, correct?
Oh, we're gonna get such a bad grade on this round. I've been doing so well this whole trial. There was that other one I messed up on. Because once again, I thought I did a combination that I didn't. And this one just doesn't make sense. No one listens to me. I just want to tell you who did it. Yeah, no, I know that Bakura has the key. That's what I'm trying to hint at. Like, the key, the locker room key, is in her room, which she couldn't have put there. But no one's listening. No one's paying attention to me. I just want to tell everyone. Right. None of them.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly.
I'm not the killer.
You should understand.
So let's do opposite way round now.
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated it. You said I hid
and then left.
Yeah, like, I've got...
My own room.
I know the answer. I'm just trying to
But
make the people
could
listen.
I really have done that?
Right, I'm gonna swap that and the proof
Those words
around.
you just...
Exactly. I'm not, but you should understand. Master, would you never...
There's proof...
That you aren't the culprit.
Oh my god, finally. I swear I did that one. I swear I did it.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
I think what happens, it comes up, I get really excited and I'm like, I know this. And then it starts falling apart. We got 2 game overs on that one. Yeah. It's taking Abby out. Yeah, we got 2 game overs. Didn't mean to take a while. I need to stop getting really excited and then I forget something and then go down a rabbit hole of just, why isn't it working?
Because she had given...
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
I'm just going to save it. Because if we're about to blame her, I don't want it to, like, just implode the game or something. There's a contradiction in what Kureka just said, an obvious lie. Did that actually save? I hate games that don't, like, do a save, like, save confirmed. This isn't like her. So try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Did she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? There's some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said. If you vote and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap! Hi everyone, I'm just here for lurking and helping Jaden. Hi, Sign of Nature. Hope you're okay. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for recommending me Jaden as well. Highly appreciated. Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? Tiny's helping me with writing. She's making sure I spell things right. Yeah, that's... that's why I try not to write things. I'm terrible at spelling and grammar and everything. If you see my tweets, it's all the same. Right, what can I do? What should I do? What should I... Blame Kyoko. Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro. And Kyoko killed her. As you could tell, I suck at the writing. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? I've already solved it. Mastermind's trap. You spend all... Oh. Okura being the mastermind then. That... Isn't that surprising? To the point, maybe a little disappointing? If it's Hero, though, that would be amazing. We all know the danger, but if the risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. What do I do? I have to decide right here, right now, whether to expose her lie. We pursue the lie, obviously.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you, so let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Kyoko's account.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Oh.
Then, when we
The
searched
key.
Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Does her account mention... Secret tool. Her account on that key, doesn't it?
Someone other than me must have put it there.
That's the only explanation.
Yeah,
I
we're
didn't
fine
have
on this
it
one.
because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Yeah!
No, that's wrong.
Break!
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock.
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it, so I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't, Kyoko? You really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Oh, here we go. So, we're saying we want to blame her first, yeah? For you, well, I will.
But your time...
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Okay. What? I didn't vote. Oh no, it means I might have just put myself in a save thing. Oh, I've done a Phoenix Wright again. Hopefully it just refreshes it. Something wrong with the class trial.
Now then, I
prepared an extra
a
special
punishment.
Here's what I say, just watch it to the end. You meant before the choice, before whether you'll blame Kyoko or not. Fair.
Let's give it everything we've got.
punishment time! Oh, this is going to be where it backfires. Said before twice. Are you sure you want to be helping with Ryan? Surely everyone should be getting eaten right now. I can't believe I've done it. If I've done a Phoenix right to myself, I apologize to everyone. After school lesson. Will you go with the choice where you vote Kyoko? Yeah. What, call her out on a lie? Yeah. Like, I didn't even get a vote. Just long and excruciating. Everything is right, you just killed Kyoko. Everything is fine. Ooh. She did. Surely everyone's gonna be dead now. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Kuseba came to an end. I had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or regardless, the truth was lost. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of the class trial, and in the end it would prove to be our last class trial. Once the case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all others. What? Oh. Oi, oi. She just became the baby daddy. Hope. Is this Hope?
No! This isn't right!
But I thought everyone else gets killed. All part of Makoto's plan, including doing it with Hina.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
That's right, I have to... Oh! Oh, thank God! It just resets. You guys, did you know that was gonna happen and you just let me, like, terrify myself? Like, you guys are evil! I genuinely thought I did what I did on Phoenix right and saved over the last save and have to redo the whole trial. Oh, guys, you're giving me a heart attack. Why do you think I do so many saves? I do so many saves, yet I decided to save over the class trial phase there. Because I'm an idiot. Just all the saves. Well done. Well done. You had me going. That was a good ending. Like, I can enjoy that ending more now. Because in the back of my mind I was going, I'm going to have to, like, rush the whole trial. Oh, no. Right. Let's... What do I do? Run away. I'm just... Oh. Let it go. I've made my decision. I believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Because he was killed way before this.
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
Since when was there
What?
a time limit?
Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Right. Okay. There's the bad one. This is all pretty good. Bar that save from when I just completely just failed.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right... Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Everyone just shut up and vote. Wait, what? Why can't I vote anymore? What's going on? This... Ah! You think I'm the killer?
Sorry.
It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it. We did it, lads. Hope no more.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
No, that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It all makes perfect sense. Oh, please don't say it's some fever dream or something.
Shing!
The same as always, just like other class trials. I'm going to end it the same way.
Thrills! Chills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait. Why do I... Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Better than a fever dream. Brutal reality. What? I didn't even get to vote on... Am I dead? Oh, it's the same punishment. Oh, I don't even get my own personal one. Imagine that, just slowly being, treaded back, going, this is how you're going to die. Right behind you, you're going to be crushed. After school lesson. I mean, why don't I just move? Just move. Surely, just rock. Do I have to play as another character? No. Wait, what? The AI fought back. Ooh. I mean, I'm still gonna fall on my head and get painfully hurt. Uh-huh. What's this? What's going on? What's that? It had to be. And he escaped after class.
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
You finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. What are you talking about like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. Stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get a smashing flat, but you're never going to see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's even better. Special punishment. That's perfect. You can't escape after class. And he escapes after class. I should have just run. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm going to bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Coco, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now, the mastermind is the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon. Is it like Alter Ego, because of this year that they don't remember, Alter Ego is Monokuma, but like the AI's like future self? The massive high school towers all over other buildings in this area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Oh, wait, this is a start. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings top students for every single field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. New game plus. They said if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. What has gone on? Like, what's happening? There are two things you need to attend the school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you need to be at the very best. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way is if you scouted by the school itself. Standing here in front of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. The ultimate lucky dude. He was lucky. Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on the top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't like any classroom I've been in before. What's going on? Yuck. Finally. I could feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. After falling head first down a god knows how far tunnel to my skull. Or was it just another dream? A dream inside a nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. It was it was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across the area. There must be some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? Okay, I'll hop off. Bye, everyone. Bye, Side of Nature. Thanks for stopping by. I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. Ah, how nice. I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. Right, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna take a guess that I might have the special key. Is that an airplane? A rocket and a tank? This is a desk. The one that fell with me. Okay. A door. Wait. Set up this. No matter how many times I push up or kicked it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for food. Perfect sound effect, exactly. Probably plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. Well, that was pointless too. Next, I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all round? Bad idea. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. I mean, you've only just got here. You're not going to die of thirst and food yet. Still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. I'm still standing. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making the proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. It was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I at least think a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep. It was like waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, driving me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed into an odd shape. Something fall down over there? Could it have been? What we got? A giant piece of trash just fall. I stretched my hand out towards whatever that was and thumped down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Food. Before she even emerged from the garbage pile, I knew who it was.
It smells...
She got soup on her head. Kyoko?
Indeed.
It looked like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. What's the soup? Like, take that off your head. Got a bit of garbage in your hair. Just a little bit. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead, eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water she was holding out for me. I mean, she could have definitely just tied this to a bag and dropped it down. She didn't have to come down here. I already hit the spot. Now all the energy I need to keep on going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Wait. Does that mean I am the Blacken? If everyone else is still alive? That's not a bad thing to be good at. Like, that must mean I actually did kill someone. Why'd you come rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or to atone.
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew what I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... reason I had to survive...
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. Do you have some reason for being here?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. you forgot, but I've no memory on what my purpose was. No memory? Amnesia? Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted. When I woke up, I was trapped here. Gonna hop off myself. Gotta eat before I go see the doctor. No worries. I'm just gonna finish this and get chapter 2 kicked in, and then I'll be coming off myself. And obviously, same again next week. Thanks for stopping by, Jaden. Thanks for bringing your friend. And I'll hopefully see you again next week. Chapter 2. Chapter 6, I'm hoping. Just restarts. I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
Gonna redo that chapter. No, sorry. I'm gonna finish this chapter and then do chapter 6. If I said chapter 2, I have no idea why I said that. We'll be carrying it on. I'm just gonna finish this chapter. You said chapter 2. I don't know why I said chapter 2. I do apologize. I'm just losing my mind. I think this whole last few minutes is just like my mind just melted. I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, that is my point. My memory is gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would you make yourself? General confusion intensifies. What would you do to make yourself forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean... somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. Which is why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. If what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal out of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? Mastermind is one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. Why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understood if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Right, can we go now, please? I was already talking to her. Why pull me out? You said you had a reason for doing the investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Ooh. Makoto is starting to transcend to a higher plane of existence. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. The ultimate... I called it! Yes! What did I say? I bet that's her ability, and I was right. 1 point to me. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find. You had to find someone. Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Interesting.
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster? Then that explains when El Rigo told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. Classic Star Wars reveal. I am your father. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter...
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? I must find him. My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now. Of course, my whole purpose is coming here was to find him. My father. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. Man, you forget how long that goes on. I mean, you need the full epicness of it. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I stuck into the headmaster's room. And what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, drawers were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor dorms, using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. A kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was a home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use, and some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I think the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if it were true, that the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check. She's still got the key, can we just leave? And then I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went to see if the headmaster really did have a private room.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have cameras and monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realised. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get a chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Can we leave now?
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Has to do with Mukuro Ikasaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but me and you had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. It was Bakura. But at the same time, how come everybody else didn't get killed for killing the Ron Blacken? To begin with, the point of the trial was to get me killed.
Indeed.
I stole the key and disappeared. And in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves somehow bound by the regulations.
Hey.
There's one thing I'd like to point out about the murder. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... The mastermind is the father. Double jeopardy. During the night. I can hear them, you know? Footsteps of the god of death. I can hear the god of death as he moves. Oh god, is she turning into hero? That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and all of a sudden, I had a sudden sense of dread and I looked down the stairwell. And I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase and I followed it and saw it go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the master sailor was, they ended up dead. Okay. Correct. And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. All has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate. So it would mean whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind.
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. Well, that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want, if they feel like it. But doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind said they wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you, because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's just not Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it mean?
In other words...
It means the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair. And that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is one person.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about...
That's right.
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Who's responsible for that? They're the ultimate despair.
It would seem...
That despicable group, whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Indeed.
They are, make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through with this. Maybe the ultimate evil is 3 persons. It could even be 4. Do we know what the tragedy is? Not quite. There's a classroom that looks like everyone was teared apart. My thinking is, 28 days later and the rage virus? That. It looked like the aftermath of that. But that's about as close as we've got. Just like a load of people's killed each other. And then they closed the school. That is the ultimate despair. And our real enemy. Chapter 5, 100 mile dash, pain, food drunk, food junkie. Still 6. Whoa. Dream Island Rocket. Okay. You want to save? Yes, please. You guys are evil, making me panic like that. There we go. Well, that started a lot of madness. Got the gin! Not yet. First chapter where no one dies. Well, someone did die? Kind of. Well. That was a lot. I need to lie down and sort of like rethink my life. That was... I was smashing it. Thought I worked it out. It was like Ispikura, 100%. Meaning the counter not going down. Yeah. Thought I was smashing it. And then just that happened. And then you told me to go for Kyoko, and then I thought I succumbed myself. All I'm saying is you guys are evil. That was horrible. Yeah. I'm gonna. I think that's needed. I think that's needed. I think I do need a drink. You are correct. There we go. Well, so we'll be back. I've only got like one little bit left. I need to get some more. I've loved this. Hydrate. Do the hydrate first. Well, I'll be back next week. I don't know if I'm going to be doing another stream this weekend. I've got some bits and bobs to do, but I might sneak one in that weekend, but I can't promise. If not, I'll be back Monday with more Ori. Wednesday with more Sea of Thieves. And Thursday we'll be back with this. I'll be starting one thing to note. This stream will be slightly later than normal next week. Just check my thing. Yeah. I'm probably going to start it about an hour later, just because I have some stuff to do. I've got some work things. So it might be starting a little bit later, but I'll keep you all updated on my socials. And we'll be carrying this on. Yeah, and that's it. So, well, thank you all for stopping by. Thanks, Welk. Thanks, Rock. Thanks, everyone else. Thanks, Jaden, for being here as well, when he was here. And I'll catch you all next time. Cheers. What? Where did that come from? The mouth down south. Where did that? What? Where did that come from? The mouth down south. Where did that?